Hi everyone, so this is going to be a random read for me. This is going to be a Juice WRLD reading. I'm honestly not even sure what I'm looking for, but I feel like I would be a good medium considering that I didn't really know anything about him, except the fact that he was an artist. That's about it. So yeah, all of these cards just fell out, this big old stack. We have the Hangman, Three of Swords, Six of Cups, King of Swords, the High Priestess, the Lovers, Eight of Cups, King of Wands. And overall we have the Page of Wands is in some type of whatever realm he's in right now. This is what it looks like. That doesn't look very appealing, does it, huh? Well, that's where he's at. With the Hangman, sometimes this is all about sacrifice, a pause of some sort. With the High Priestess, there's a lot of major arcanas in this reading, so this tells me that this was a secret that was kept. It was a divine order for him to be called back, because with the King of Swords, this is all about God, and God stepping into his reading means that this was something that was divinely guided. His death was something that was supposed to happen. Why? Because he's coming out as like someone who has a lot of fire or fire in his placements, because overall, look, he's a Page of Wands. Page of Wands is someone who is in their 20s. Sometimes they can be a child, but with the Page of Wands, this is someone who was traveling, someone who, you know, was creative, which makes sense. You know, he's an artist. Traveling makes sense. He was at an airport, because with the Seven of Cups, there's something that I don't know if it's something that he took. I don't know, because the Seven of Cups is all about illusions, you know, things that aren't very clear, not seeing things straight. And look at his eyes. That looks like someone who OD'd to me. But with the King of Wands, with it being backwards, I feel like he was on the wrong path. With there being like this bowl and snake python on the tree lets me know that he was digging into something, some sort of dark arts with the Eight of Cups, because look, there's somebody in the background that's watching him. Sometimes with the sun god, you know, usually that's what that signifies to me, but in this card, for some reason, the sun god has the half of him that isn't necessarily, you know, good. It's the dark, the shadow side. And with the Eight of Cups, I feel like he was on some sort of journey, and wherever this journey took him, it took him to a place of where he shouldn't have been. Because with the Three of Swords, this is all about sometimes rituals. I don't know why I get the ritual vibes in this scenario. It was divinely orchestrated for this to happen, but I feel like the circumstances surrounding it are very, I don't know, there's a lot of like dark energy surrounding this, but overall, that was a stack of what just fell out. I didn't even get to ask a question. I kind of just got thrown off. So why did this happen? Why did it happen? Why did his death occur? That's what I'm trying to ask. Because of the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the High Priestess. The High Priestess keeps coming out. This came out twice now with two different decks. The High Priestess is all about secrets, the divinely guided, you know, orchestrated secrets, ancient knowledge, things that are hidden, you know, from the subconscious. These could be secrets, it could be intuition. And look, with this High Priestess right here, do you see this statue and this red circular thing right there? That kind of gives me energy of dark magic, or just energy that's not necessarily, you know, light or love or positive. That's all I know how to describe it. And with the Seven of Swords, there was some type of deception, trickery, lying, cheating, deception that was going on, because I asked why it happened. There was something about financial matters in here, something about recovering, being left out in the cold, feeling left out in the cold, doing something for the sake of money, and ending up wounded at the end of it because of some sort of secrets, some sort of divine order. And this is all tied to the King of Swords. King of Swords to me is God. Anytime God comes down, it's because, you know, things have just gone out of control, out of hand. And with the Eight of Swords, someone here was feeling trapped, confined, Mentally, this is all like mental entrapment, and because of the fact that there's a lot of darkness surrounding both of these cards, there was something that he tapped into that I feel he shouldn't have. With the sevens and the King of Wands coming out in this end, why is the King of Wands in reverse? Ten of Pentacles, the Chariot. There's something that has financial matters and long-term financial stability tied into this with the Chariot, because the Chariot is all about moving forward relentlessly. And there was something that was sacrificed here, because with the Hangman, that's what it started off with, a sacrifice that led to a ritual. This ritual led to some type of beginning, some type of, you know, union, relationship. This caused God to come back down. Once God come down, here comes the secret, the divine order. Eight of Cups walking towards a journey and ending with the King of Wands. So overall, right now he's fighting for his soul, his essence of who he is in the spiritual realm. Why? Because he has to find the inner strength to do something. Whatever he was tampering into, you know, it was of the dark arts. And with the Emperor, this is fighting against someone that's, you know, of a high caliber. With the Moon, secrets keep coming out, things that are hidden. But with the Magician and the King of Swords again, dude, God is all over this reading. And look how this is lined up. It's kind of like the battle between good and evil at this point. The Emperor versus the King of Swords. The Emperor is usually an Aries, and what's ironic is in the Nipsey Hussle reading, the Emperor kept coming out as well. Yeah, but with the Four of Swords and the Five of Swords, I feel like there was some sort of mental bind that this person was in. And by this person, I mean some sort of deception and mental deception. That's all I can see. With the Hangman, the Sacrifice. It's like the same cards keep coming out. Sacrifice. God. Where's that King of Swords? King of Swords twice. God. Right? Secrets. Divinity. Ancient knowledge. Things that are within, you know, grasp, that's not really, people aren't really aware of whatever this knowledge is that he was tapping into. It's something that's of the occult or the dark arts, you know, secrets. The Moon keeps coming out again. Whatever this was, it was sad to say, but it was meant to be. It kind of happened the way that it should have. The High Priestess, again, if this card comes out one more time, I'm literally going to lose my shit. The High Priestess, once again, is all about secrets, divine union. There was something that he tapped into that he shouldn't have, and that's just the vibe that I keep getting. With the Ten of Swords, whatever this new start, whatever this new opportunity that was handed to him, that, you know, gave him financial abundance, that gave him that fame, is ultimately what led to his death with the Ten of Swords. Because this is all about permanent endings, things not being resurrected, and there's illusions surrounding this whole situation because things aren't clear. There's so many things that are a factor when it comes to his death that I can't. It would take literally a whole hour for me to do this reading to kind of describe all of the factors that are at play here. With the World, look, the Ten of Swords and the World, this is all about things ending like for good with no chance of resurrection. And I feel like this had to do with his emotional fulfillment and the things that made him happy in life, especially with the Queen of Pentacles, because the Queen of Pentacles is someone who cares about their money, their career, their finances, someone who's focused on that. I feel like that may have ultimately, you know, brought in the justice, because with the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Rods, there's some sort of truth or clarity or revelation that's going to come out in regards to the situation. With the Ace of Wands, some type of new opportunity led to ultimately at the bottom of the deck, the wounding of a person, you know, that's very special, that had, you know, a special path just for them. But there's something, like I said, that he tapped into. I'm not sure what it is. All I know is that it's dark magic, something that, you know, you shouldn't. any type of magic like this is straight up witchcraft, but like negative dark magic witchcraft, because with the Seven of Swords, this is something that cost him basically his life. With the Five of Pentacles, this is all about being hurt, having to recover, left out in the cold. And with the Justice card in the middle of the deck, Justice is all about karma, things coming full circle. Justice is all about the divine, God, things that are out of our control. Oh my God, I don't know why I'm having such a hard time communicating, but with the King of Swords, again, God coming out again, God had to put a stop to something that was mainly, the main orchestrators of this whole entire dilemma is, 3 people specifically, but I feel like this was something that he kind of did to himself. And, I might catch a lot of flack for this, but I'm just here to read the cards as I'm seeing it. With the Seven of Cups, whatever it is that he tapped into, it involved money. And look, right underneath it is the devil, something toxic, low vibrational. And this is kind of like making a deal with the devil that ultimately caused, some sort of change in the Page of Wands. He keeps coming out as the Page of Wands, who maybe has a lot of fire in his chart. But overall, this is a sad situation. Like, it sucks having so many talented artists die at a young age, but I feel like this is going to shed light to the fact that you have to be careful about what you tap into, what you're risking, what you're sacrificing, for fame, fortune, and money. And as soon as I said that, the Ace of Cups comes out. This is all about love. What you need to be focused on is love, self-care, self-love, self-admiration, pouring out love into other people, practicing kindness, compassion, doing it the right way. Because going through the devil and making deals with the devil is not the right way, because it could ultimately cost you your life. Like I said, with the Hangman coming out 2 times, the Hangman is all about sacrifices, and this ultimately looks like a sacrifice to me. But with the Page of Pentacles, this is guiding us to kind of study, look into, the things that run and control this world, and find the inner strength not to try to rush into things, to put in the hard work that's necessary to invest properly into things, to just kind of avoid this situation. Because with the High Priestess, this is all about knowledge. What this whole situation should spark us to do is, look into more knowledge as far as how we can help ourselves. And the way that we can help ourselves is by standing up for our beliefs, standing up for ourselves, not playing mind games, not deceiving ourselves with the truth, and actually putting in that work that's necessary. Because that's the thing, that's the vibe that I get with celebrities, is the fact that, yes, they try to put in that work that's necessary, but you can't put in shortcuts when it comes to success. There are no shortcuts, and shortcuts could ultimately lead to God coming down and bringing a Godsmack in some type of way. And, this might hurt people, and it might be offensive to his fans, but I'm just here to read the cards as I see it. Don't shoot the messenger. And ultimately, what this should teach us is about self-love, and the fact that every action has a consequence. Every decision we make has a consequence, and you never know ultimately who it's gonna hurt, whether it's you, your family, the people that care about you in the end. And with the Six of Pentacles, don't get caught up in this world when it comes to money. Money isn't important. It's just a tool. It's not the ultimate end goal. Because with the Two of Swords and the Moon, there's a lot of illusions and secrets when it comes to this world. Things that we're not aware of. Things that keep us blinded. And it's our job to wake ourselves up and plug ourselves out of the matrix. And I feel like that's ultimately what the message is when it comes to his death. Don't get so caught up in the 3D aspect of the world, especially fame. With the Two of Pentacles in reverse, we need to stand, basically make a stand and stop juggling, make a decision about what it is that we want out of life and move on towards it. And in order to move on towards it, we have to come out of conflict with ourselves, dealing with our inner healing, dealing with our generational curses, dealing with our generational trauma, and, coming out of conflict. That's ultimately what the message is out of this reading. So leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. I'm prepared for the backlash, so just go for it. Bye.